Hello, fellow crafters, and welcome to PTV Designs for You. Today, I was in the middle of, and as you can see by the mess, I, we get our ideas as we go along, and we working on something, and then, oh my God, I can do this, this, and that. But I wanted to make a sun catcher for my car, and in the middle of doing that, I thought I had bought these chain of beads from Hobby Lobby, and I got them because of the sparkle that it has, and I thought that would be a good sun catcher. But then, as I was thinking, I was like, these would be good earrings. And then I thought, hey, I could do a bracelet too. So I picked out the iridescent, the more clear one. It looks kind of blue, I think. But anyway, I took the more iridescent one because it'd go with anything. And then I had this colorful wire, aluminum wire. And I said, I'm going to make a bracelet. Now, I've already started the bracelet. And I put a little bling in the middle of it. And I started a spiral because I wanted to see if I could join them successfully and then put some bling in the middle of it. So that's how I started. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make another one on the other side. And because these are so big, they're about an inch and a half wide. So I made that inch and a half wide as well. And when I put it on my wrist, it covers the front and one side. So I can only, put one more. If I do more, I was afraid that it wouldn't bend right. So that's the start of it. And I just want to show you how I did it. Now at first, I had made the spiral, the connector, and then it was difficult, but not impossible, but difficult getting the little gem in the middle. I could have spread it out and did all that, but I was like, okay, let me figure another way to do it. So I took about a foot of my wire, give or take a few, and of course with aluminum colored wire, you want to be very careful of scratching and denting it. So to straighten it out, I just use my polished cloth and just use that to straighten it out. And it'll also give it a little strength to it. So I love the colored wire, but one thing I don't like, it stays one color for a long time. So I don't have the variety of color like I wanted to, but it'll be okay. So I got an inch and a half. And then I took my bell making pliers, and I used the biggest one on it so that I can fit the gem in it with just a little room to do my wrapping. And I want to make this as flush as I could. So I took my trusty dusty file and just file it a little bit straight. I don't have to worry about it scratching anyone because it's going to be enclosed in the circle. So then I took the third size on this and made my first circle. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I used the biggest one. Okay. Make sure my gem will fit in there. And give me a little room to I use the biggest one. Okay, so I made a closed circle, a closed loop. And what I'm going to do right now, before I go any further, is I'm going to attach my gem. I'm using 26 gauge wire, about that much, 6-7 inches. I don't need that much, but I'd rather have more than less. And I place my gem inside. No, I don't. I go ahead and string it to approximately the middle. And I came from underneath. It worked better for me. I came from underneath. And up and through the loop. Now you can use pliers I use my pliers to pull it sometimes, just so that I can get a good tight wrap. You can use your fingers, you can use your strength in your hand, but I think the pliers just give it, why work harder? Just work smarter. I did 5 wraps. Now, of course, this is how I did it. Other people may do it different, but this is how I did it. Then when I came up, I just nipped that off. Push it together and just make sure that end is secure. Again, with aluminum, you want to be careful not to really touch it that much with your pliers to prevent scratching. Then I came on the other side and did the same thing. I just put it here and I'm just going to feed it through the loop. And wrap this 5 times. Making sure I go right beside the previous one and it doesn't go on top. Of the previous one, right next to it. Kind of guide it a little bit. I don't know what it is about that second one. It always want to act goofy to me, on me. One, two, three, 4. And one more. Ooh, I measured that wire pretty good. I didn't have a whole lot of waste. You know, when I first started making jewelry, I was like, waste. This only cost me this and this, whatever. It's not, you know, so much as the cost of it is when you want some and you don't have none. That's why I'm more conservative now than I was at first. Okay. So we have the beginning. And this is what it looks like. Now to make my spiral, I just hold it right here and turn. Hold and turn. I don't want to be in a hurry to get it done because you think, oh, just turn, turn, turn. But it has to bend right. And if it don't, it'll have either a gap in it or start out looking wobbly. I've seen some beautiful spiral makers. And their jewelry, I'm always so fascinated by it. And another reason why I'm using my hands versus the spirals, the pliers, is because I can. It's very easy bendable, but also I don't want to scratch it. I do have my nylon pliers I can use. And when you use your pliers, you just hold it and bend it. See, I did better with my hand. Just hold and bend. And with your fingers, you can kind of feel if it's getting wobbly a little bit. So when I got to about where I can make another loop, I try to make it even with that. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. And then now I want to take my bell making pliers and just make my loop. So there we have our next connector. And I used the jump ring that I lost. I used the jump ring that I got off these recycle reuse. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And I just put it on my flower. Okay, so now we have basically the bracelet. Then I was thinking, now how can I make it, finish it off? I still got a lot of room, but that's on me. My wrist is a little bit bigger than most. I wear about 7.5, 8. I want to make a connector where, I want to finish it where it can be adjustable. So I thought of, in my head, braiding the aluminum wire and finishing it off that way. And maybe use a clasp. Then I had these beautiful hearts. And I thought, well, maybe if I make a chain connector with the hearts, it'll just give it, a little bit more bling. And I can easily put a clasp on it and make it. Um, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this 22 gauge wire. I'm going to take about, since this is kind of big, let's see how it looks. Using my bell making pliers because I know if I use this, all my loops are going to be the same size. So, let me see, should I put another jump ring right there or just attach this to it? I'm going to put a jump ring, and the reason why I'm going to put a jump ring is because, see, darn, but that's okay. I'm going to mix metals. I can do that because I use gold wire and silver jump rings, but I can do that because it's my design. It ain't called it PTV design for nothing. So I'm going to use another jump ring off this just to keep it in the family. So I can be sure on my jump rings. I probably have some of these, but it's okay. Let me go ahead and get another one. For the other side. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I can go ahead and make this I'm going to wrap my loop since I'm using 26 gauge wire, 22. See how easy that breaks? Oh, I thought I broke it. 3 little wraps. Let me stand her up. Okay. I'm going to put one of the crystals, the faceted crystals. I could use a little one, but this is a chunky bracelet. Let's keep it chunky. I got the hearts from Hobby Lobby, but I got the crystal faceted bracelet, Bicones from the Bead chest. No, from Bargain Bead Box. It was in one of my monthly subscriptions. I love their beads. They send me things that I would have never thought to get. And it just works well. And my fingerprints all on this. I've been painting to you all, so not disregard my nails. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and close this one too. Because whatever I add to it, ooh, I got that good too. Woohoo! It's going to be just enough for 3 wraps. Yes, sir, ma'am. Oh, yeah, I am so sorry. You know, when you're working on something, you tend to bring it to you, forgetting you're making a video. Let me finish this one off. Make sure they're even. Then add it to it. And close it. Okay. So, now let's look at it. So we have that, and then coming around, we're going to have this, and I have one more, and it's going to be barely, oh, enough room. I don't even think I have enough room for a chain. So now what am I going to do? If I put another one of these on this side on my arm, it's going to be too big. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another jump ring right here, and 2 on this side, and then a small chain in the middle. It's going to be kind of off to the side. This is going to be my middle. This is going to be my middle. See where it is? And that's right there. Oops. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I'm gonna have to make 2. Because I know this was going to sell. And I know I want to keep it. Oh, shoot. That's my biggest problem. I want to keep it for myself. So I'm going to make another one. So I'm going to put this on here. I didn't want to make the video long. That's why I had already started it. But because I'm doing it as I'm figuring it out, as I'm working, as I'm filming. Okay. Then add this on. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to look into this thing more. Okay, now let me do the do that to the other side and see what we come up with. See how long it is. Let's see. Take this off. You know, I think about making videos, but then the only thing that stops me is when I think of something, then I see somebody that thought the same thing. Dang it. And I'm not, you know, I love, you know, there is such thing as original designs, but the methods, if you have your methods down right, if you have your methods down good, I'm gonna say that you can create whatever you want, and it's so wonderful to be able to do that. And put this here, and then I'm gonna measure it. Like I said, this one will probably be mine. Sorry. No. And I'm already at 8. So that's pretty long. That's why I didn't put no more than these two to begin with. And I have just enough room to put a clasp. I don't even have enough room for really a jump ring. I mean, I just have enough room for a jump ring. So, I'm going to put another jump ring right here with the clasp on it. Let's see, should I go silver or gold? I might as well go silver since I'm silvering it up. Yeah. The difference between my philosophy about organization now and when I first started, because I just dumped all my clasps in here by silver, gold, whatever. And now I wish I had kept them in sizes rather than just throwing them all in there. So I know me and my big fingers, I'm going to use a big clasp. So, did I take another one off? This one is a smaller clasp. I think I'm going to use that. I got red paint on it. Okay. So, I'll put my clasp on this one. And join it to here. Okay. And you know, I said this about the bobby pins. Take your bobby pin. Get your bobby pin. Insert it here. Hold it. And bring your clasp around. Looks like I could have made it a little bit bigger. And then take it off. And there you have it. And that's the middle. You can't, the clasp doesn't, it's off to the side a little bit. It really doesn't show. And there you have your flower bracelet. I love it. Let me take this one off. This is my favorite one. There you have it. Now I'll make some earrings to go with it. Maybe I have all of these. Maybe a necklace too. Just like it. Thank you for watching. Tune in. I'll be back. Subscribe and comment how you like it. What would you do different? There's that. There's my clasp. Thank you.